Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from High New Gundam, aka Gundam Maniac. He has the Zock, and I am really curious to see how this goes, because the Zock is fascinating. It is a monstrosity, and it has a lot of beam guns, and it is a huge, easy target, and it can turn around at the push of a button, and it has a large sustained beam gun. There's just all sorts of things going on with this, and I really want to see how this works. I believe it also has the stun resistance that the Zamel has, which should hopefully mean that it isn't too easy to take down. But okay, yeah, wow, that is a sustained damage attack, and man, that did some serious damage. Well, if we get into some of the later stuff like Double Zeta's High Mega Cannon, I imagine how that's going to work. That's a ways off, though, so we will see if we ever get there. And looks like a good shot. I was about to say it was the sustained beam. The quad beams probably would have done enough to kill, but they are overheated, so that's one of the problems with the beam-intensive mobile suits is if everything's overheated, you can have a real hard time of it. Also, as you can see, it is kind of slow. This happens from being, that big. Because, yeah, it is larger than the Zamel, I believe. I believe Maelstrom told me. It is insane. Well, that shield's gone, and another quad shot charge, but it will overheat. But probably worth it at 4,700 damage. And there's a nice easy shot for the big forehead gun. And there we go. And it looks like, I think he just got out of some support fire. I'm not sure. But yeah. Yeah, with things with all beam weapons, it is very hard not to overheat them, especially when you're still, getting into the swing of them. Oh yes, also the Zock's iron nails cause heavy stagger, so... And yeah, anything that has heavy stun resistance, the way that the Zamel and the Zock do, is still subject to knockdown. That's also something that you should keep in mind for fighting the Hildolfer and Assault Gun Tank in tank mode, because those have pretty good stun resistance. But yeah, you can topple them, and that will incapacitate them for a moment at least, and give you a second to reposition and figure out what to do. It's hard to do anything really with those, especially if they get the drop on you, because once they knock you over once or twice. Ooh, 3,400 against a fellow support. That's pretty good. So yeah, he did a lot of good damage on his first life out, and there's 5 minutes left in the round, so there's some good stuff yet to come here. And just since everybody will probably be curious to know how to follow up with my surgeon yesterday, as I think I mentioned in the update video, came out fine, about 4 weeks, and I'm going to be pretty close to fully recovered from the sound of things. Maybe a little more or less, give or take, but it is. I'm on the way to being pretty well okay. And shout out again to my brother, who not only kept the channel rolling while I was in the hospital. I started to say while I was in prison. They're not the same thing, even though sometimes they may feel like it. While I was in the hospital, he has been doing all the stuff I do for my mom. And he has been doing a great job, and I know it's been super hard on him, and I am so appreciative. But yeah, Jay is great. I mean, he's also funnier than me, which I think a couple of you have commented on. Which I kind of never suspected to be the one of the two of us that got that got to be a thing on YouTube, because like I said, he's much funnier than I am. But I'm really grateful for the for everybody who comes and watches and who likes what I do, because it's really great. And ooh, that pixie. Okay, that pixie is dead. Tackles are a good way to deal with that up close. I was about to say kind of up close to the enemy and low on health, so that's a bad combination in something that big. Okay, so I'm hoping now that the Zock is in, now we need to get the original GOG back, which was in the first one. It worked along similar lines to this. It was a except it was a ponderously slow, large raid with stun protection. If that sounds weird, it was. So I would like to see it back, though, just because, for one thing, I think it might be the only thing left from First Gundam in terms of mobile suits that is not in the game. And, a lot of the mobile armors aren't, because they would be... I kind of figured that the Zock is kind of at the top of the size scale here. It's not going to be... you're not going to see, like, the Zacrello or anything like that as a playable unit. But... yeah, there's not a lot of mobile suits left from First Gundam that aren't here, so hopefully we'll get the GOG back, and I think that will do it. Still just really pleased we got the Zeong, too. Okay. And, yeah, this, like I said, this has the same problem the Zamel does, which is once you get focused, there's just, what can you do? You're just a target. It is definitely a super long-range sniping machine for the most part. And increased base damage, 2 minutes remaining. They're keeping pretty steady. This is still plenty winnable. Hainu is going for an airstrike, which is, well, I just go for those. I enjoy those, so I throw those around like they're party favors sometimes, honestly. But you just, it's something you have to be careful of to hopefully not screw up your own team, which every once in a while I do, and apologies for that. But... looks like that should connect with some folks. Yep, at least one. And beams. Not quite. Okay, I'm really surprised there were no kills there, but, pretty good. And beams, and... I wonder... okay, yes, that not only does it do sustained damage, it does piercing, so nice double kill there for 900 points. And, okay, somebody planted a bomb at the enemy base with the proper amount of time to spare, so... this looks winnable. I mean, they're only 10 points behind, which is, 100% nothing. So, yeah, if Hainu can get a couple of kills in and that bomb goes off, they've got it. Beams. Very nice beams. Let's see, fired some uncharged beams and overheated. Let's see, and I am surprised that didn't turn into a counter, but it should have, but... the timing on that is not always good. Yeah, he sent the advanced tell, which I think is a good choice in this case, because, yeah, if his team pushes, they can get this. Let's see, missed a shot. Got it. Very nice. Let's see. Somehow the enemy team got the lead. Well, they defused the bomb, too. That is a shame, but it's a close one. 10 seconds, and beams. Aw, they fell. If they hadn't fallen off the ridge, they'd probably had this, but as it is... yeah, don't think they're going to quite make it, but really close round, and the Zock is really interesting. I definitely want to get one for myself when I can. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I want to give that a look, and thank you to Hainu Gundam for showing it off for us. Oh yeah, great round too. Top individual score, top assist, top damage. That's about the best you can do. So yeah, very nice. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! So you may yet see more of Maelstrom's themed videos. I know he was trying to record a few more, but, I'm getting back into the swing of things, so I'm hoping to... do as much narrating and playing as I can. But again, many thanks to everybody who kept things going and who has, helped me while I'm recovering, so I don't have to, desperately play catch up while I'm, still repairing myself here a little bit. So yeah, much appreciation to everyone.